Sound check, doing a sound check,
Checking that sound. How's that sound checking?
It's sounding okay. Yes.
Greg, you're a fan of a cheese sandwich.
I do like cheese sandwiches.
When it comes to cheese sandwiches, do you prefer the cheese to be slices or grated?
Grated does taste better.
There's something because it almost like it mushes together,
It does.
right?
However, I find the whole process a bit messy when eating a sandwich if I'm not home.
Understandable.
You can lose
a
lot of cheese. A lot of cheese.
But my issue is that I find that the slice is too thin.
Yeah.
So there's not enough thickness for it to be like. I need a sandwich where the filling is thicker than the slices of bread.
If, for example, I'm having a toasted sandwich and I want to slightly melt the cheese, grated is fantastic.
It's a better because it's a decent melt. It's like when you do a pizza. It's not like a slice of it where it just basically turns into a wet oblong.
Yeah, I would say grated cheese does taste better, but sliced cheese for certain sandwiches is a better condition, so I won't make them. I want to eat the cheese. I like it.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're right.
Grated can also be like a thicker consistency than the slice.
Exactly. Yeah, you can just and plus grated cheese is easier to pick at. If you're making a sandwich or something involving grated cheese, you're eating half that fucking cheese.
You're eating half cheese
before it's even gone where it needs to go.
Yeah, before you even start making the sandwich.
I could easily sit there and eat a bag of grated cheese like crisps.
Yeah, I could see that in your life.
Bring it to me.
The All Seeing Guys podcast is part of Britpod Scene, an independent network of uniquely British podcasts that's always growing. Check out BritpodScene.com or follow Britpod Scene on Twitter to find out more.
Welcome to the All Seeing Guys.
Swing your hips.
The All Seeing Guys.
Dip your dick.
Greg and Joe. Welcome to episode 83 of the All Seeing Guys podcast with Greg and Joe.
Nice.
I, of course, am Greg.
I am obviously Joe.
And together that makes us Greg and Joe of the All Seeing Guys
us.
podcast, which you are now listening to right here.
Put us together and bake us for 45 minutes at 3:50.
It's the great Greg and
you
Joe
get the All
bake
Seeing
off.
Guys.
Welcome to the show. Joe,
Hello.
how are you doing?
Yeah, I'm fucking superb.
This is a nice feeling. It is a Friday evening here when we're recording.
Nice and cool.
My favourite time to record because you got that nice comfortability of 2 days off.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry.
No.
You're more relaxed a Friday night than a Saturday night, I feel. Because you finish work, you're off, and you know you've got 2 days off. It's a good feeling.
It's a good vibe.
I'm here.
Good vibrations.
I'm here. It's only 5:30. So
You're-
that's a nice
You're welcome
That's
here.
a nice early start. Rather than us starting at like fucking 8 o'clock.
Exactly.
5:30, we're pumped. I'm not too wasted that it's going to jeopardise what happens next.
We got a couple of drinks in us. We got
got
a sturdy couple of drinks in us.
We're ready to fucking go. It's a
do
bit
this.
warm.
It's a little bit warm.
As I don't, obviously, again, the whole time thing, this will be out in 2 weeks' time. But it has been fucking hot.
God damn.
It is today the 20th of July. And we have not had rain since the 29th of May. Like proper rain. It is fucking crazy.
I feel like I feel like Toto need to come
Yeah.
and bless us. Fuck,
The rain's in
just
Surrey.
Africa's had enough rain. Just
All-
bless us with some rain.
By my work, there's a lot of hills. There's a lot of fucking green. All fucking like that burnt yellow colour. All the grass, like, As far as the eye
dry
can
as
see.
hell, like
It is fucking dry as hell.
everything's just dried out, man.
It's hot. It's sticky. It has
humid.
made people a bit aggy.
Yeah.
And, and to throw that in, we recently had the World Cup. So you got the World Cup. You got the fucking heat.
Yep.
You got people. You got trains fucking up left, right, and centre here in London, and it is
Everyone's
just
pissed on
turning
dark fruit fucking cider.
everyone. It is just turning. Yeah, everyone's pissed on cider they can't handle, and it is just turned into fucking shit.
Chaos. There is chaos in the streets of
People
England.
are angry and frustrated and just being dicks.
Yeah, man.
That
Full
is where
blown.
that is where we are at the moment.
Just
We're
utter
okay.
dicks. We're great.
We're fine. But
feeling
they're all
good.
out there being dicks. I've
Feeling
seen
blessed.
them. I've heard them. Saying I've heard them. That leads us nicely into a bit of geese dropping.
Oh, this has just been one giant
last
build up.
last
into
episode, we were just like, oh, we got no geese drops. When we had some, but like I don't have to hand. But we asked you to send them in, and fuck, man, have you sent them in? We have got loads of geese drops. I have been on full ear duty recently, and we have got an abundance of fucking geese drops.
Let's geese it up.
So here we go.
Geese it up.
Dropping. Having a listen. So, with my abundance of geese droppings,
yes.
I feel perhaps seeing that the World Cup recently happened, a month ago when this comes out, but in our lifetime, it just happened. I did get some geese droppings throughout the World Cup from watching the games or being out and about. So, this first one, which I thoroughly enjoyed, I'd been up London, it was all weeks later, but I'd been to the theatre, and these tickets were booked fucking like a year or so ago.
Yeah.
And it just fell dead on when England played Sweden.
Good day.
So I was like, literally, the kickoff was at 3. I was going to the theatre at 2:30. There was a guy a few rows ahead of me in a Trippier t-shirt, in a Trippier England kit. With
like,
one fucking headphone in. Bearing in mind, that week, there had been, when the penalty shootout happened, there had been a bit of commotion in the theatre. I'm not sure what show it was, but basically the actors stopped on the stage to the people in the front that are watching penalty shootouts on their phone.
I fucking heard about it.
It was big news, and we were just like, fuck you guys.
Yeah.
But apparently the guys thought they were asking the score. So they were like, oh man, so far it's like 3-2, whatever. Like, and they were just like, no, that's not what we're doing.
No, I don't care.
That's not what we're doing. But anyway, on the way back from said theatre, the match had finished. We won 2-0.
Yeah.
And everyone was out. It was London, fucking pissed up. Me and Lizzie got straight on the tube to Clapham, but every train was fucked. So once we got to Clapham,
you had to go to Clapham.
Well, because it was the quickest train to get. We got to Clapham, but every train was fucked.
Yeah.
We had to wait ages for a train, man. They were all over the fucking place. Constantly being cancelled.
Yeah.
So more and more England fans are showing up. I mean, obviously, we were England fans, all pissed up in their fucking kits and their lads, shouting, singing all the platforms.
Well, yeah, everyone saw the video that happened in Clapham of the guy going through the bus roof.
Yes, that was fucking great.
The roof of the bus stop.
Yeah, jumped off the bus onto the bus stop and fell through the roof. These two guys shut up, mate. They were fucked. Both had desperados in their hands. Fucking lads, mate. Got up the stairs. One could barely stand. And I heard one say to the other guy, let's get on the packet, bruv. Bell him and ask him where the packet's at.
Oh, fucking
Boys
hell.
were getting on the coke.
Yeah, man.
And they wanted everyone to know they were getting on the coke.
They did not give a shit.
They wanted everyone to know they were getting on the fucking coke.
Mate, I think that's just what people's weekends are like now.
Oh, I think because everyone's pissed up and in a good mood and it was Saturday.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Like, let's get on the fucking packet, bruv.
If we've lost.
If we've lost. When England did lose, I was watching it at my parents because Lizzie was working, so I had Indiana, so I couldn't, I would have gone to the pub to watch it, but it would have been a fucking nightmare of a baby in a pram.
Yeah.
So I went to Mum and Dad's to watch it. And shortly afterwards, I heard, like, through my parents' open window, like a few roads over, I heard someone in the distance just go, football! And I was like, man, geese droppings are just coming to me. I'm sat in my parents' living room.
Like a goalkeeper trying to save them all.
My last football geese dropping was when, I think, it was when we lost to Croatia again.
Yeah.
In fact, no, I'm lying. Oh, it wasn't we lost. Fucking, it was when the final happened. It was when the final happened.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
I watched the final with my parents and I heard that happen. When England lost to Croatia, I was obviously down the Fighting Cocks of You.
Yeah.
Watching it.
That final was great.
Yeah, it was awesome.
That was really great.
Yeah, the final was great, yeah. But when England went out to Croatia, I was down the Fighting Cocks of You. And me and Ed left and we're walking to the bus stop and we're just passing McDonald's on our way to Eden Kebab. And we heard somebody say, can I ask you a question? What the fuck is Croatia?
Oh, fucking Jesus
and
Christ.
then Ed jokingly repeated it and loudly went, what kind of question is that? And then we heard somebody say, yeah, but what is Croatia? What kind of question is that? And we laughed, and they'd say, oh man, that girl called you out and asking a stupid question. You out loudly geese-dropped someone, said it out loud how stupid it was. Someone heard you say it and was like, yeah, what kind of question is that? At you.
It's the circle of life.
Yeah. Shortly afterwards, I'm at the bus stop with my kebab.
Yeah.
And I check my phone, and Steph, as in Kevin from the Fighting
Yeah,
Cocks,
yeah.
Steph writes on my Facebook being like, that was me that shouted. Like she heard. So when she heard Ed repeat it, she must have been at the bus stop by McDonald's. She heard Ed say it and then just fucking quoted him jokingly.
Just put her on blast.
Yeah. And we were like,
God. Amazing.
So many levels of Geez drop like happened. Quoting a Geez drop, then being quoted saying a Geez drop you just heard.
Oh, that's beautiful.
That was fucking beautiful. We also have a Geez drop sent in by Owen Tetley.
Oh, yes, we do.
Who has sent us a Geez drop a few times, but he sent us a couple actually recently, but we're going to go with the longest one he wrote us, which I'm going to hand over to Joe.
It's got some length to it.
He wrote a nice. He sent me a Geez drop. Then he sent me another message setting the scene, along with an audio example of what he heard.
This has some build up.
Great! If you guys can all do that, it'd be amazing.
Yeah, send us audio.
Might as well give us a PowerPoint presentation on it. It's fucking amazing.
I haven't actually listened to the audio. Should I listen to the audio?
Maybe read it. You say it.
No, I've read it.
And then if you want, you can play it to the mic. I can
play the audio.
I'm sure
afterwards.
Owen will love that.
Brilliant. I'll do that. Awesome. Okay, so this was what Owen Tetley has sent in. I'm at the Nutfield IT Christmas party and a nip off for a piss. In the toilet, there's two guys chatting while they're having a slash who are polar opposites. Right. Very middle-class, lanky ginger dude, about 30 years old, with a preposterous moustache and hipster clothing. Next to a proper South London muscly geezer, stereotypical Croydon builder dude in his 40s. Complete opposites thrown together by Christmas and getting on well.
And both needing a piss.
They amble up to the urinal and I'm two down already having a slash. The builder guy unzips and despite me reading in the poster in front, I still see very clearly his dong. That is at least 10 to 12 long and so thick it bounces up and down a bit before it settles down.
That's a big old cock.
That's a big old cock.
That's a big old cock. Good work, man.
I can imagine the ripples.
Yeah.
I didn't even look at him and could clearly see it. Anyway.
In the peripheral cock.
Peripheral cock vision.
Yeah, nice.
Anyway, turns out we're all on the same schedule. An hour later, and all of us about 3 drinks better off. The exact same thing happens.
When you sync up with somebody else pissing in a pub.
Right.
Yeah, and you always see it. Someone you don't know, and you always see them again.
Always.
After a while, you get chatting.
Terrible. You don't want that. You don't want to be piss mates.
It depends how you do it. Sometimes you can enjoy it.
Anyway, turns out we're on the same schedule, and as an hour later, and all of us about 3 drinks better off, the exact same thing happens. Zip, boing, boing. There's a brief comedic pause, and the hipster turns to him and says politely, "Can I just say that you have quite a cock on you?" Man leans in slowly in a thick and tired voice. "It's a burden." A burden. It's amazing.
That is good.
I can imagine 10 to 12. That's ridiculous.
That is big. You should hold the phone to the mic and play the version he did.
Can I just say that you have quite the cock on you? It's a burden.
That's so good.
That's it. I as much as he gave me the character build-up, I still didn't master the voices.
No. Maybe he'll message me saying you murdered it.
I murdered it.
Good though. Fucking cheers, though.
Oh,
that was a
thank you,
fucking
Owen.
hell of a fucking Geez drop.
Hell.
Now, I did say I didn't want to blow mine in one load, but I do want to do one more Geez
I'm going to
drop.
blow my mind
Which,
in one
you know
load.
what? I might... You know what? This Geez drop... In fact, I'm going to tell the story because I wanted to mention this before.
Yeah.
So when Sweden were playing, I went to go see Hamilton, the musical. And I don't class myself as a guy that loves musicals. I love fucking Little Shop of Horrors. Don't you get me wrong.
Yeah.
I love a little bit of fucking Little Shop of Horrors.
That'd be a cheeky bit of
Yeah,
horrors.
I love a little bit of horrors. But I've been really keen to see Hamilton. And bear in mind, this show's only 3 years fucking old.
Yeah.
But I've been
It's
really
it's fairly
keen.
new, isn't it?
Yeah, I've been really keen to see Hamilton for fucking years. Or for the 3 years it's been existing. And Lizzie was very nice.
I've been wanting to see Hamilton for exactly 3 years.
Yes, since before it existed. And Lizzie was very kind enough to, for my birthday, buy me tickets. She booked them way in advance because we were up London a year or so ago.
Yeah.
And there was a poster saying it was coming soon to London. And I was like, fuck, I really want to see Hamilton. And Lizzie was like, really? And I was like, yeah. She's like, I don't even know what it is. And I was like, oh, it's like a hip-hop fucking musical. It's basically the story of fucking Hamilton and that whole era of America,
Yeah.
with like Washington and what have you, if they were all black and rapped. And it's so well done. All the songs are fucking, it's not your average musical. It's all fucking, they break off into rap. So when they have like their presidential debates, when people run for president and they have the debates.
Yeah.
They have that, but rather than it be a debate at podiums, they've got fucking mics and they fucking...
Mate, they treat that shit like a UFC event.
So yeah.
It's like a whole build. I can't believe there's not a weigh-in.
So when it happens in this, they do it by freestyling. Obviously, it's not as a song, but they do it as if they're like on fucking Don't Flop.
Yeah.
So like each one running gets up. Even though they don't need mics, they're fucking doing musical. It's already been, but they hold the mics for effect, which is good, so they can drop it after their thing.
Oh, nice.
And they fucking like rap battle each other to like get across what they want to do.
Yeah.
Fucking great fucking musical. Really, really fucking enjoyed it. And I've been listening to the soundtrack for like a year and a bit.
Yeah.
So, and there's no talking. The whole thing is a musical. So you listen to the soundtrack. That is basically the play.
So there's not even like a like sections where there's like script. It's all just music. Like
There's no talking. It's all musical.
All right.
They might vaguely talk in the song, but it's song after song after song.
Wow.
And sometimes they bleed into shows. You just notice it's fucking the beats change, whatever.
There's bleeding as well.
It's really fucking good. It's like one stage set, and they have like a rotating disc in the stage.
Oh wow!
And they use it really well. So if someone like fires a gun, there's like loads of dancers around all the time, like dressed kind of like not in spandex, but they dress differently to everyone else.
Yeah.
And like when someone
almost
fires
like
a gun,
background?
one of them like grabs the bullet and moves.
Oh
on the
yeah, so they're all in
rotating
black. So it's
thing.
like
They're not even in black.
Oh.
They're just how they are. Like there's a great bit where time rewinds in a song, and when time rewinds, the disc goes backwards, and they all grab the props and shit, and they all run backwards, and everyone resets to their previous positions like half an hour before, and it's back to it, but then it restarts again. Like the music does a whole rewind. It's really fucking cool. They really use their resources limited.
Yeah.
Like it's not fancy. Like it's a very
of
basic
course.
setup. They use it really well.
I always found that impressive because that's what I found with like the Woman in Black was the impressive use of like literally one prop, which was a basket.
It's
like,
not as like bare as that in terms of set. Like
of course. It sounds a bit more than that. Like, but it's still it's impressive when it's using minimal surroundings to engage like a wider kind of scenario.
So they also have I can find it. Here we go. So I say I've been listening to the soundtrack for a while, but obviously the soundtrack's like the American cast.
Yeah.
There is a Hamilton mixtape they released.
Oh, for real?
Where certain songs were taken from it and recorded by artists.
Yeah.
And so Dessa's on it.
Oh, okay.
Dessa does a track on her own from Doomtree. It's also,
is there any kind of like big like in ways of like producers or executive producers of these things? Is there anyone sort of hip hop based involved with it?
So the writer, and everyone's going to hate me for being like, oh, it's such an amazing show, and I've forgotten his name, even though I fucking read shit about him all the time. I watch videos on this guy. He's fucking amazing. He wrote a lot of the songs from Moana, the Disney film, but he's written and produced loads of plays and fucking music, and he's about to do a film, I read. So he wrote all this and wrote all the songs. And one song I read took him like fucking a year and a half to write. Like,
wow.
But on the Hamilton mixtape is The Roots, just to read a few names, Busta Rhymes, Nas,
wow,
Usher, Sia, Queen Latifah, Ben Folds, Kelly Clarkson, Alicia Keys, Snow the Product, Riz MC. He's the English actor. He was the pilot in Rogue One. He's he's the English Asian actor. He's MC Riz. He's fucking on it. Ja Rule's on it. Fucking ja Rule, again. Dessa, Wiz Khalifa's on it. John Legend, Roots are in it. Fucking loads. Chance the Rapper has a track on his own on there.
I could believe the Roots being involved in this heavily.
But the song with Nas has a bunch of people, but they all have their own verse, and that's taken one of the main songs on there, which is about writing, because Hamilton wrote more than anything. He was famous for his writing. And so Nas, another couple of rappers, and the guy that fucking wrote Hamilton get to be on this track together.
Suspense piano.
I was trying to see if the full name came up, so I clicked on the song. But they all have this track together, release a video and stuff, and it's like, so it's the guy that wrote Hamilton, and he is in it, And I'm like, he's in the video and stuff. And I'm like, well, he's obviously just going to sing.
Yeah.
But no, he fucking does a verse, like a rap verse, straight after Nas.
Damn.
And it's fucking cool.
Yeah.
And he's like rapping, and Nas is next to him looking at him, just like, fucking damn. And I'm like, fuck, man. This guy's fucking killing it, man. Like, he fucking gets to be in a fucking song rapping with fucking Nas, man. This is great. Yeah, really good. Check it out.
That's cool.
But as I was saying earlier, relating into geese drops, I was going to talk about Hamilton anyway. It was fucking awesome.
well,
I know fucking Ant from fucking Anywhere But Here podcast.
He's seen it, yeah.
I've seen it, and he's a big fan. And he messaged me outside of our little Facebook group, just being like, right, so we don't bore the others. How did you like Hamilton? I was like, dude, I fucking loved it. Like, loved it more than, even though I've loved the soundtrack.
Yeah.
Watching it was just fucking amazing. Good fucking rappers, man. Good performance. They're non-stop as well. Song after song. Can you imagine? It's like almost 2 hours, then like a 15-minute interval, then like an hour.
Damn.
And it's just like, fuck, and they're non-stop, essentially.
That's impressive.
But funnily enough, while we were queuing to get in, it was a really sunny day. Show up, and you have your ticket on your phone. So you need ID and your phone ticket. And they literally check it, scan your phone, and you're in. So when we got there, the doors hadn't opened yet, and there was a big queue kind of going round the outside of the theatre.
Yeah.
And when we walked across the road, there was a woman like crying her fucking eyes out outside. And she was like, that really hysteric. And I'm like, oh shit, something's happening. And there was a guy in front of her on the phone. And he's like, no, she's crying because we got tickets. We're going to go watch it now. And she'd obviously been desperate to see this and didn't think she'll go. I think from what I can gather, I think she was American, which is
had
crazy.
a full-blown
Considering it's from
breakdown.
America, but I don't think she'd seen it.
Oh, wow.
Or seen it here, or at least. But didn't think she'll get to why she was here, from what I can gather. And she was fucking bawling her fucking eyes out, all in the queue. I saw her. She was like front fucking row as well. They got good tickets.
Damn.
And I could see them before the show, still crying. She was crying in the interval. Like, she fucking loves
Man,
this
she
fucking
must
show.
love this shit.
But we're queuing up. And we queued literally for like 2 minutes, if that, before we were inside.
Yeah.
Because the doors open at a certain time. So if you want to show up before the doors open, you're going to queue.
Yeah.
If you can shut up when the doors open, you'll walk straight in.
Yeah.
We got there before, just got in the queue. It was like 2 minutes. These two old couple came past us. And fucking like, I heard the old woman, she was like looking at the crowd. There was an old fucking dude like watching the queue who worked there. And she looked at him and she went, what a barbaric system. Absolutely barbaric. This is barbaric. And I was like, fuck it. She wouldn't stop going on about it. In this heat, barbaric. I mean, Lizzie like, oh, for fuck's sake. Jesus Christ. Like 2 minutes later, if that, we were in.
Yeah.
Like, she's like, in the sun, barbaric. I'm like, God, if she thinks this is barbaric, she's had an easy fucking life. If this is the most barbaric thing she's encountered. And she was angry, man.
Yeah.
She was not happy.
Clearly wasn't Jewish in the 40s.
And we get into the theatre, and there's like an hour before the show starts. So me and Lizzie go up to the bar. Also, it's just one of those rare times me and Lizzie are out on our own.
Yeah.
You know, my mum's looking after Indiana.
Yeah.
Fucking hell, day
Like
out.
a you and her day sort of thing.
Yeah. So no, go to the bar. She gets a vodka. I get a beer. And this guy, her husband, the barbaric woman, is at the bar.
Barbara Barrick.
Yeah, Barbara Barrick. And he's chatting to the barman, and he's just like, oh, it's barbaric. I can't believe you made us queue in this sun. And the barman's like, right. And then after a while...
I didn't make you do anything.
And after a while, he was like, I know it's not your fault. And the barman went, no, it's not. And just fucking got the guy's drinks. And mate, and to be honest with you, I was
you're
like...
absolutely right. It
When
isn't my fault.
we got to the bar, Lizzie's like, do you want a beer? And I'm like, oh, it's going to cost so much fucking money.
Yeah.
It didn't. It was like a Young's pub price. Like,
Yeah.
I think it's fine.
£5, whatever.
So he bought a beer and a drink for his wife, this guy, and it cost him like £8-9. And he was like, what? This is preposterous. And kicked off at the
Barbaric.
price. Anyway, still moaning. He sits down. There's no other chair, so she sits on the floor. Before she gets a chance to moan, someone brought over their chair. Was like, do you want this chair? And she's like, yes. And she sits down and she gets chatting to the guy that gave her the chair. And I'm wearing my blue shorts and my like blue parrot Hawaiian shirt.
Yeah.
Like when I say blue parrot Hawaiian shirt, you probably picture something really in your face and fucking.
It's not at all.
It's not at all.
It's laid back.
It's actually quite subtle. It's a nice sky blue. It's really small little print. It's a nice Tommy Hilfiger bought from the outlet in Las Vegas. It's a very nice shirt. I'm wearing that and my nice blue fucking like sky blue sort of shorts. I'm just like, that's me dressing smart for the theatre. And my matching, of course, blue fucking Air Maxes. And
it's a lot of blue, Greg. I'm not.
I looked pretty good. And I'm stood there, And while this woman's chatting to the person that gave her the chair, the husband's just eyeing me up and down. And Lizzie's like, he keeps looking at us. I'm like, no, he's eyeing us up and down.
Is your cock hanging out?
Nope. And he looks at me, and I look at him, we make eye contact. He looks at me in fucking disgust. And he turns to his wife, but while holding my gaze, and says, "Can you believe the way people dress for the theatre nowadays?"
And your response was?
I just smiled at him.
Oh,
Mate, compare to everyone else. Mate, there were people there in tracksuits.
fuck.
Like, I was dressed fucking, considering I might as well be in a fucking tux.
What is
Like, he was
furious
in like a pair of cords and a shirt and a fucking V-neck jumper. We shouldn't need to wear it. It was so fucking hot.
Yeah, why would you wear? There's no one.
I mean, it was like a vest jumper. They
You
didn't
know
have the
what's
sleeves.
barbaric? Your choice of attire. You've done this to yourself.
And the funny thing was, watching the show afterwards, he's like, I can't even imagine if they would like this.
Nah.
Like, if they're moaning, do they know they're coming to see like a hip-hop style fucking musical? They fucking swear and shit in it, like... They say,
Can you believe the state of the theatre these
They
days?
sing motherfucking at one point, like... it's fucking...
We've been coming to this theatre for 30 years.
We've been coming out, I've never seen so many non-whites
Shirts.
shirts. Oh, no, there's one of a Trippier shirt. He's here for the England game. I have found one. In that case, I fucking stand
I
corrected.
commend your honour, sir.
I commend your honour.
Fuck me, man.
So we kind of discussed the World Cup. Well, you know,
Yeah,
it happened.
I guess we do.
England did pretty well.
We did great.
We did to the semis.
I think we did better than everyone expected.
I love it. We did it, Joe. Me
I know,
and you.
yeah. The one
Joe,
thing-
You
the
took
one-
a great penalty, Joe, I must say.
No, when I say we, I think us as a nation thought we'd do way worse than that.
Oh, absolutely. 100%.
Yeah. But no, it was, did good in the group stages.
I must have accidentally deleted them or I can't find them on my phone. I did screenshot a bunch of tweets because when England went out, I can't remember when they went, I think it's when they went out, all the politicians then started tweeting.
Yeah, of
Boris
course.
Johnson tweeted something about, how well they did and, you well done, blah, 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 blah. And everyone started giving him shit. And Gary Lineker retweeted it and was just like, oh, here they come, the politicians out the woodwork. And Gary Lineker gave him a load of shit. Stan Collymore retweeted it and simply just wrote "fuck off."
There's two types of pundits, There's-
I thought that was fucking amazing.
fuck off.
That was so good. Just fuck off.
Yeah. But no, I think it was good, It was we had a good route.
Yeah.
Now I've said we. They had a good route to the final and
Gareth
did
Southgate-
well through it.
Gareth Southgate was good because he was like the Tom Hanks of the World Cup.
Yeah.
He was the everyman. You liked him. You could relate to him. Like
Wouldn't shut up about Aston Villa.
When we won the penalty shootouts, and he was there with the fucking player from
Yeah,
Colombia that
he
missed
was
the shot, consoling
yeah.
him and stuff. And then an hour after the game, he came out and the crowd was still singing 3 lines. And he
Yeah.
fucking came out and was like, "Sing it more, fucking ears out."
Fucking dislocated his shoulder on the
Well,
first
you wouldn't,
game.
You wouldn't have known, like, 'cause
Yeah,
he was
yeah.
still in his fucking waistcoat and looked fine. He was still with his arms in the air and shit.
I think it was oh god, what was it? No, that was it. It was the fact that he had a good relationship with the press because as he's all I'd seen reports of were just like previous coaches have really been like closed off and they're not giving a lot of. He's just been very very honest and he's gone in there and it's all a laugh and they were like playing ball tag the other day and it's just like before the semi-final they're playing dodgeball like.
I saw an interview with him and they were like, so, if you're doing this well, you must have put together a head of a plan. And he's like, nope.
No.
He's like, my plan was to take every game as it comes.
Yeah.
Which sounds like a cliche, but you kind of believed it when he said it.
Yeah.
Just like, no, I'm taking every game as we can. Like,
Yeah.
because he didn't change the start up too much.
He changed. I think the only time was the final group game for Belgium.
Yeah.
He put out people who hadn't played yet because we were pretty much qualified to go through. So he wanted to give the people that had been on
Which
the
makes
bench
sense.
a chance.
Which makes sense. Yeah.
Me and Ed continuously shouted Loftus Cheek.
Yes,
because
we did, yes.
because Loftus Cheek got to play.
Yes.
But yeah, it wasn't too crazy, but it was it was a good team. A lot of surprising performances. I think especially in the defence. Harry Maguire's got a lot of
did very well.
an absolute fuckload of credit.
I liked,
just-
obviously when Sterling had his poor game
Yeah, and everyone
and he
jumped
was
on it.
getting a lot of shit. Yeah. One of my favourite memes to come out of that was you probably saw it, was a picture of Tupac. And it was just like, if Sterling had shot Tupac, he'd be 47 today. And I'd been defending Sterling, but when I saw that meme, I was like, that's fucking hilarious. That is a fucking hell of a fight.
My favourite meme to come out of the World Cup is the one of just Harry Maguire leaning on stuff.
Yeah.
Those are the best ones. There's the one of him in the pool, and it just says it like yeah. So the girl came up to me and said, "Aren't you that bloke off that Twitter meme?" And it's just like, yeah, but I'm also the guy that's in the World Cup, and we're a Messi and Ronaldo right now. Don't at me, love. Like, it's just brilliant.
You don't get to say that much, do you?
Just him just leaning on shit, and it does just look like he's just.
There were
giving it
so
banter.
many, especially if like people diving and stuff, like just like rolling like down hills and fucking through everything. Like
Neymar was a piece of shit.
yeah, that was bad.
He was fucking. They deserve to go out.
But yeah, World Cup's done now, guys.
That's
like,
it. It's all done.
It's all
but
done.
we're all right. Doesn't matter.
We're fine.
We're all
okay.
back to normal now.
He's coming, and then they're getting a hero's welcome still, which is good. They're not like last World
Have
Cup.
they come home yet?
I'm not sure, but not like the last World Cup when it was like everyone just. Yeah. It was World Cup before, wasn't
Mate,
it?
look at the World Cups we've had in the past. Look at like 1998 when like Beckham got sent off. They literally hung effigies.
And the one when
in
like
the street.
everyone hated Rooney when they were booing them
Yeah.
because they were playing so fucking terrible.
Awful. Like we didn't even get past the group stage
Yeah.
at one time. Like the other times it's like round 16.
Yeah.
There was the awful one where we fucking got absolutely throttled by Germany. Seeing them go out was fucking
And when
great.
Green threw the ball in the goal in our first game against fucking America.
God. Seeing Germany go out was great.
Yeah, that was good.
It really
was good
fucking
seeing
was.
all the ones that came in fucking strong go quick. Like Portugal.
Yeah, man.
Like Ronaldo,
Portugal went
the
Spain.
first Portugal game, I was like, fuck, Ronaldo's fucking, he's dangerous as fuck. And then they went out.
You think you would like but it's not the same as like carrying like you can't carry a national team.
Yeah.
No one person
No,
can
it's
carry
true.
a national
Absolutely
team.
true.
Like,
Absolutely true. That's the most. That's probably the most fucking football we've properly fucking talked so
Ever.
Fucking while I'm sticking through that, guys, if you're still with us. In terms of fucking other shit going on, I went to the dentist.
yeah, you did.
I went to the dentist. Much like Joe, we've had pain with teeth. Admittedly, you suffer more than me.
Yeah, but
I've only had like the one tooth that kind of like over the last couple of years at the back, a wisdom tooth on the left at the back, right at the back, sorry, just broke apart.
Yeah.
And it's happened over stages to the point it has never hurt.
just whilst you were talking then, I was using my tongue to count how many broken teeth I've got. It's 5.
Right, 5, yeah.
Yeah.
So I've been saying that the other one's wisdom teeth aren't great, but that one's literally now 2 points sticking out.
Yeah.
But a couple of weeks ago, was just in
got
so
really
much
bad, didn't
fucking
it?
pain. I never felt, and my cheek was just swelling, and like my neck was going all hard, and it was like I had like a metal fucking like snake coming out of like my collarbone and going under my skin, up the back of my neck, through the back of my ear, like into my head.
Yeah.
And I had this
It's all the
before.
fucking nerves, isn't
I
it?
had this before Christmas, but my teeth weren't hurting, and I couldn't figure out what it was, and I felt really sick, and I passed out, and I went to hospital.
Did the episode about it.
Yeah, went to hospital, and they were just, we don't know what's wrong. Turns out it was my tooth, because this started happening, not as bad, but I was getting the same swelling,
Yeah.
and I was it would be like half an hour of like okay pain, and then I'd feel it, I'd feel the throbbing, and I'd feel my face swell, and then for half an hour I'd just be in like agony. And then it would go away. It wouldn't go away. It would go lower for like 20 minutes, and I knew it would be coming back. And that went on for a few days. And I was like, fuck. I've not been to the dentist in like 15 years.
Yeah.
Since I was like 18. But I've never had any pain, so I've never even fucking bothered sorting it out. This hurt a lot, and I couldn't really cope. So one morning, I messaged work, being like, look, I'm going to be late. I need to go fucking dentist. And I just walked into this dentist near where I live, and pretty much hand over my face, was like, can you help me? Like, and they were really nice. They were like, cool, are you signed up? I was like, no. Let's sign up.
Yeah.
And it took a fucking couple of
Minutes.
minutes,
Done.
if that. And they gave me an iPad to like fill out, and they're like, all right, we can't see you now.
Yeah.
We'll book you. Do you want to book an appointment now, like for as soon as? I was like, yes, for as soon as
But
possible.
just the fact that you were signed up must have been a relief. Just
And
like,
she
I
was
can
like-
use
yeah.
this.
And she was like, right, okay, you can, we'll get you signed up for like next week, but just fill this out first. And like seconds later, she was like, oh, Greg, we've had a cancellation. If you can wait 10 minutes, he'll see you. And I was like, oh my God, yes, please. Oh, it's amazing.
The gods were on your
Yeah.
side that day, my friend.
And like, then the guy dentist came out. I was like, Armstrong, and I fucking sat in the chair, and he's like, right, blah blah blah, looking at what I filled out my notes, and he's like, right, anything you can ask me all the questions, and was kind of like, so what's the problem? I was like, right, okay, I've never had any issues with my teeth, blah blah blah. I've never had a filling. I've never had anything done to my teeth.
No.
I've never had any issues. The one at the back has been falling apart, but I've never felt any pain from it. But the last couple of days, I've been in fucking agony. And as I'm talking to him, I felt it coming on again.
Yeah,
and he
yeah,
literally
yeah.
saw my face like swell into my eye.
Fuck.
And he was like, whoa. Like, and it was like I was turning into a werewolf in front of him. Like my face just changing on one side.
Yeah.
And he was like, right, let's have a look. He's like, when did you last go to the dentist? And I was like, when I was 18, so like 15 years ago.
Yeah.
And he was like, wow, okay, that's a while. All right, let's have a look. Didn't make a thing about it though. He was like, okay, a while, then let's have a look. And he fucking got me on the chair and I fucking rummaged through. And was like, right, I can see that. And he was like, had an assistant with him. I didn't understand what he was saying. He was like, one, this. And they're saying these fucking code
Oh
words.
yeah, no, it's them counting the teeth.
Yeah,
and, like,
he's saying,
they'll
he's
have a
checking
code
each
for
one.
it.
And then at the end of it, he's like, right, your teeth are actually pretty good. He's like, considering you've not been dentist for,
Yeah,
he's like,
yeah.
the only problem I can see is, I was like, yeah, the broken wisdom tooth. He's like, nope, the one above it is really loose. And I was like, is it? And he's like, yeah, it's probably causing you a lot of pain.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, it's the bottom one. And he's like, no, it's the top one.
Yeah.
He's like, it's dropped loads. You're probably getting shit stuck on top of it, which is fucking causing you aggro.
Shit.
He's like, it's wobbly.
Yeah.
Like, and I was like, is it? And I felt it. I was like, fuck it. I didn't even know it. I didn't even know that. I'm assuming it's the
Because
broken
you're
one.
thinking the pain's in another place,
Yeah,
so you're not even worried about
I'm assuming
what's
it's
up
the
here.
bottom one, not the top one. And then he's like, what you've been suffering, if you there's no way this tooth on top is this bad that you've not had pain before.
Yeah.
Like, if you had what you're suffering, you had it before. And I told him about before Christmas.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, they didn't know what it was. And he's like, it was your tooth, man. Like, it is your
Fuck,
tooth.
dude.
And I'm like, holy shit. He's like, it's definitely your tooth. That's why it's swelling up all behind here. But I was like, but it wasn't hurting. He's like, man, teeth, like, the fucking, it's weird, man. The nerves and shit in the top, like, he's like, right, we need to take it out. So what he recommended to me was full clean. I needed one filling. I've never had a filling before. He showed me on the X-ray. He showed me on the X-ray. He's like, there's a hole here. Can you see it? Yes. Right. It's tiny. You don't even know it's there or feel it. It's going to get painful.
Yeah.
We need to deal with that now. Your top, this wobbly tooth needs to come out, and so does this bottom wisdom tooth. But he couldn't X-ray it enough. It was so far back, so I need to go to hospital and get an X-ray there.
Yeah.
More than likely, will be removed in the hospital because it's so fucking small. Like, so much above the gum.
Yeah, yeah.
But it was fine. Like, being in the checkup was okay. Like, it was fine. I felt quite calm, and he told me it needed to be done, and I was like, oh my god, it's going to cost me so much money. But he was like, right, we can take the top first tooth needs to come out. I can do that here.
Yeah.
It's really easy. I can do that on the NHS. I was like, wow, okay. He's like, bottom tooth, more than likely will happen in
No,
hospital.
Greg, sorry. No, the NHS is for like boob jobs.
Yeah, well,
you
that's what I
can't,
thought.
you can't.
That's what I thought.
No,
I'm going to
you
get a
can't.
silicone tooth. And he was like, right, okay, so for the bottom one, that more than likely will come out in hospital, so that's free. Your filling, you can do in NHS, but it's going to be a metal thing, and I'm going to have to drill a lot more way to fill it in.
Yeah, yeah.
Or you can pay, I think it's £120 to have like this white putty one put in, which won't be as bad. And I recommend you get a full clean, which is £69. What do you want to do? I was like, right, do all the teeth removal on NHS. I paid for the filling
Yeah.
and for the clean because I was like, fuck it. I expected this to cost me thousands.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
I'm
right.
I'm only spending a couple £100 and it's my fucking teeth and I don't want a fucking metal thing in the front of my mouth. Fine. So I was booked in like the next week.
Done.
And I
Done
was
deal.
like, and then, but between that appointment and the next appointment, I had zero pain
Yeah,
in my
yeah, yeah.
fucking mouth.
It's probably the relief of
And I
knowing.
was like, it doesn't even hurt anymore.
Yeah.
Why am I even bothering? This is fine. Like,
I'm going to go and chew bricks.
this is great. Waiting in a week later to get it out, and I'm like, fuck, I wasn't nervous, but I was like, I don't know what to expect. So he gets me in the chair. Fuck, man, gives me the injection in my mouth to numb it.
Yeah.
It's big.
What, the...
Like, I mean,
the needle.
This is me being like, dentists are fine.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
If you don't like injections,
It's not nice getting one to the gums.
I'm okay with injections, not so much the mouth, but because it's going. I mean, the needle itself isn't. Well, I suppose it is, but it's not because it has to be. Because it goes that deep in. It's because it's going in your mouth. It's long. Like it has to be a long enough distance for him to fucking get there. And he gave me one under my gum, one on the outside, and one like on the roof of my mouth.
Oh.
The roof of the mouth one hurt a bit.
Yeah.
Did that, and then he's like, right, I'm going to go ahead with the clean. Which was okay. It was like a weird buffer thing.
So like you're getting all the plaque off and stuff like that.
Yeah, it was like a weird buffer,
Yeah.
I guess. It felt really fucking weird on the front. And like, it felt odd.
Yeah. You feel like your teeth vibrating.
Yeah,
Like-
yeah, and it's a weird sensation.
Absolutely.
And then he's like, he kept calling it a matrix band, which I'm fairly sure at the
Don't
end.
style it up,
which I'm
mate.
fairly sure at the end just meant floss. From what I could tell was happening, I'm pretty sure it just meant floss.
floss.
And he was
Just say
like-
floss, mate.
And he's like, "Arr," and it kept snapping all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, he's doing each. Can you imagine flossing the back teeth? And he's doing all of them, like. And then he does like a weird.
Did you tell him about your trusty
I didn't tell him anything.
pick cleaner?
Yeah, my amazing fucking toothpick, which I didn't have to use pretty much after I gave you one because the bit that I was trapping food broke off. And so he's fucking doing this clean. It feels fucking weird as fuck.
Yeah.
And then he's like, right, after it must have been. I was in the chair for about an hour and a bit, about an hour and 5-10 minutes maybe. With your mouth wide open hurts after a while.
Yeah.
Or aches. And he's like, right, can you just have a rinse? So I sit up and I grab the fucking thing. And I put
The pink liquid.
It was green.
Oh, really? They've changed it up.
Yeah, and I put it in my mouth and I go to swallow and literally just all dribbles out the side of my mouth and goes everywhere.
Yeah, because
And
you're
I,
fucking
and I
numb
turned
shit.
to, I didn't notice, and I turned to him like, I'm like, something. And I was like, I think the fucking injection's working. Like, and he's just like,
Am I having a stroke?
I think it's working, doctor. And then I imagine what happened next was the filling, because he puts, you know, when you like see operations on people and there's like the blue sheet over them with just like the whole full operation. He basically did that with my tooth. He put this weird like frame in my mouth and put like this plastic stretched. For one point, it was all over my eyes, and he kept
Wow.
saying, "I'll cut it away in a minute." And I could
Never
just
did.
feel it was wrapped round like a tooth sticking out, which I guess was when he put the filling in. And it was weird, man. And like, he cuts
I
it
guess
away.
it's to probably like protect the gum.
Yeah,
and,
well,
like,
just so we
you
can
can
focus
just
on the right
concentrate.
tooth. Yeah,
yeah.
And like the assistant had the suction in my mouth, and she kept getting my tongue and gum caught in it, like. And he did that, and that was weird for a while. And I kept thinking, I can't feel anything. Has he even taken the tooth out yet? So
But that's because you're so numb. Like,
yeah. So I keep touching it occasionally when he's not looking. I'm like, oh yeah, tooth's still there.
Yeah.
And then he kind of finishes that, and he takes the thing out of my mouth, and I'm like, and he's like, right, I'm thinking it might have been gone by now. I've been in the chair like fucking an hour.
Yeah.
And he's like, we're now gonna take the tooth out. And I'm like, right. And he raises the chair, lifts up really high. And I'm lying on my back, and I'm like, oh shit. And it goes up to like I'm almost
I've
like
been sent into outer
yeah,
space.
I'm almost like I'm almost like at his chin, like I'm high.
Holy shit.
And he's like, right, I'm gonna check.
Are we going to kiss now?
He's like, I'm gonna check. Because I've been in the check, I've been in an hour almost
Yeah,
since
yeah,
the
yeah.
injection. And he's like, I'm gonna check see if you can feel the numbing still. And everyone's told me when they check it,
Get more.
say you can feel it, even
Yeah.
if you can't, because you're going to want it. And
Yeah.
I was like, okay. And he's like, right, let me know if you can feel this. And I was like, right. And I was waiting for him to do it. And after a few seconds, he went, oh, so you can't feel that then.
Oh, I've missed my chance.
And I was just like, no, I can't. And,
So feel what?
and then he was like, right. And then he went under the tooth to the back end of the gum. And I did feel it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I felt it, man. I was like, oh. And he's like, all right, you can feel that, right? I need to inject again. I was like, fuck. It's another 3 fucking injections.
Oh.
And I was just like, ow.
Yeah.
And then it very quickly turned like mega numb.
Yeah.
Like I could feel it all through my face go numb. And then he's like, right,
Hit me.
I'm going to go for it. And he goes in. And it was like, didn't really fit. He's like, you're going to feel a lot of pressure. If it hurts,
Yeah.
put your hand up. And people have been telling me, oh, he's going to have his fucking knee on your fucking chest pulling it. But I think because this
Not,
one,
mate.
I think because this one was so
Never like that.
loose, he literally was like,
Bing.
and I heard like a, and then he stopped and turned around to ask the assistant something. And when he did that, I quickly rubbed my tongue on the inside of my teeth, and I felt the wisdom tooth.
Yeah.
And it had completely gone like it was pointing inwards towards the back of my throat.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck, it's completely changing it. I didn't even feel that.
Yeah.
And then he's like, right, I'm going to take it out now. And it honestly was like, and it was out. It took seconds.
Yeah.
And he's like, all done.
The crazy thing is like you like fucking prodding that with your tongue. Like, so when your tooth has fallen apart or like mine fucking did recently, like all you can do is, because you're so unfamiliar with how that now feels, all you can do is poke your fucking tongue on it.
Oh, yeah.
It's just like, that's not right.
Yeah.
Like, and that's all you can fucking do.
Yeah, and you shouldn't. It's bad.
No, it's terrible.
And
definitely don't do
he
that.
He pulls it and he's like, all done. I'm like, oh, that was really quick. And he's just like, yeah. And he's like, do you want it? Do you want to keep it? And I'm like, no. And he's like,
do you want to keep it?
And he's like, no, I wouldn't. It's pretty decayed. And he's like, and I looked at it and I was like, oh my God. Like,
I'd want to see it.
I saw it. I saw it.
Yeah.
It looked nothing like I thought it would. I thought it had like the root and shit. Like it wasn't. It literally was like the end.
Yeah.
And he was like, all done.
Does that mean the roots are still in there, or
It's
is
a
that
massive fucking hole it was
Yeah,
afterwards. Like, but he's like, right. He got this bandage thing and he like shoved it there and was like, bite down on this. I did. And he's like, right, go sit in the waiting room for like 5-10 minutes or 10-15 minutes. I'm then going to call you back in to see how it looks and then tell you how to look after it.
Yeah.
I was like, okay. I got up and was a bit like, oh, fuck.
Just fucking groggy.
Like, got to the waiting room. There was 2 women sat in there. And I sat down and was just like, and just sat there. And I kept looking around. I could see them both like looking at me.
Yeah.
And I was like, like and after a little, and then then the dentist came out and was like, oh, blah, blah, blah. And one person went in. And then I'm sat there still. And I was just like, right, okay. And after a while, I saw this woman still looking at me. So there was a mirror near me. So I leaned over and looked in it. Fucking hell, man. I had like dry blood all over my fucking chin.
No.
Fucking all down my chin.
Shit.
And I was just like, fuck. I must be scaring the shit out of anybody walking in here. And even the receptionist, even the receptionist looked up and was just like, are you okay, Gregory? And I was like, no, the dentist has asked me to wait here, but I can take over. She literally stopped me and was like, okay.
All right, no need to, please don't talk.
And then they fucked off on lunch.
Yeah.
So after a while, it was just me in the waiting room with no one there, just watching BBC with no sound. And the dentist came out, I could hear him chatting to the woman in the waiting room, being like, oh, you're drinking too many fizzy drinks, blah, 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 blah.
Oh, classics, yeah.
And then he's like, Greg, do you want to come through? And he just gave me the do's and don'ts, like fucking don't eat, soft diet, don't drink, don't smoke, don't do all this, blah, 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 blah. And I got home and just felt fucking dizzy and fucking all over the place. Lizzie left work early, which originally I was like, don't bother doing that. But I'm glad she did. Because she had Indiana, I was laid upstairs and just fucking dozed in and out for a while. I didn't get full feeling back for hours.
Yeah, no, it's fucking stays with you a while, doesn't it?
It was all right, though. Like, I didn't suffer from any pain, really. It's kind of almost closed now.
Yeah.
Last night, after dinner, I wasn't a lot. For the first time since it's been a week since I had it done.
Yeah.
It did fucking hurt after dinner. I was actually in quite a lot of pain from where it was moved last night, and it had swollen up. Not on my face, just on the gum.
Yeah.
But I took some painkillers before bed, and it's been fine today. But it wasn't as bad as I thought it would be.
Yeah, everyone fucking tells horror stories.
And I'd been not going for 15 years. I was so fucking nervous about going there. But I was in so much pain. And even the procedures that followed just were okay.
Yeah.
I need to get my NHS number, give it to them. They give me a letter to go to Kingston Hospital and have an x-ray on the bottom one because it's too far back for them to x-ray. And yeah, so more than likely I'll probably go in there for it to be removed. That makes me a bit more nervous.
This has inspired me
I'll
to
probably
get
be put to
my
sleep for that
fucking
one.
mouth checked.
I'll probably be put to sleep for that one.
Nice.
This one, I could have been put to sleep for the 2 if he asked me.
Oh, mate, can I come and film you afterwards?
He asked
Being all
me. Yeah,
fucked
well,
up?
he said to me, "Do you want like what kind of section?" I was like, "Oh no, just local, man. It's fucking. You just told me it's wobbly. I don't want to put to sleep. I don't fucking know you.
Yeah. I don't know you. He's not gonna have sex with you.
You don't know." To be fair though, was a great fucking dentist.
Yeah.
Really, really fucking good. Like he was really good.
Well done, the NHS.
Yeah, good work.
Yes,
I mean, it wasn't
thank
just
you.
NHS. You private
Thank you
and
from
NHS.
us, the little people. We appreciate you.
But hopefully that will inspire you to make a similar decision.
Well, there you go. I
There's
mean, because mine are absolutely ruined.
after a while
like-
of me just being like, I can't deal with this, and it just being rectified smoothly without judgment. That was my biggest fear. I was going to get shit.
Yeah.
I didn't want to lecture. I had this whole thing in my head, like
the drinking too many fizzy drinks.
and I don't drink many fizzy drinks apart from beer and
rum and coke.
But I had this whole thing in my head where I was like, if he gives you a lecture, just be like, I probably wouldn't have gone through it, but I built this whole thing in my head where I was going to be like,
Look,
I
mate.
don't need a lecture. I know you think I do because I'm in this situation. I get it, but I'm human. I just wait till it hurts to come deal with anything about it.
Yeah.
Like, fucking, I wait till it's at its worst to come sort it out. Like, give me a
I'm
fucking
sorry.
break. It's like when he asked me, have you been to the doctors recently to get NHS number? I was like, I haven't been to the doctors as long as I.
She's like, my what?
I've never been to the doctors for as long as I've been to the dentist, mate. Like,
My fucking what number?
if I'm in really bad pain, I will walk into a hospital and demand to be seen, but I won't. I'll quietly wait my turn for
Yeah,
hours.
exactly.
But yeah, did it. Went to
Well
the
done,
dentist. It happened.
Maybe I mean, I do have to go and fucking get mine sorted out because it is getting ridiculous. Like, but there's like some tooth left, but like the gums are closing up around it. So it's all just like, well, that's probably going to be painful
An
at
issue.
some point.
So for those listening that need to go to the dentist, just do it.
We are now sponsored by The
The
Dentist
dentist.
and Good Decisions.
The
We're
dentist.
now sponsored by Good Decisions and The Dentist.
Do you reckon, on that note, we should do something I've not done for a little while and go into a list?
Oh, you got a list?
I have a list. A list
For a
that
moment
I've
there, I thought
had.
you were going to suggest agony answers.
I've had this list on my phone since the 20th of March and just keep forgetting I had it.
Nice. Okay.
Right. This list is I'm not going to do the whole list because it's a bit weird. But this is the top 50 weirdest or / randomest things left in Ubers.
Oh, that's a good list.
Here we go.
Excellent.
A Burger King visor.
Oh, like the hat?
Yeah, I guess so.
Oh, okay.
Divorce papers.
Ooh.
A Star Wars encyclopedia.
Well, you don't want to leave that behind.
Gold grills with diamonds.
Oh, mate, I bet someone was pissed at that one.
An originally signed Jesse James Decker CD.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Jesse James?
Jesse James Decker.
Who's that?
I don't know. But it was signed.
By Jesse James Decker?
I guess so. Tax returns. I don't know what this means. A long board with rasta colours.
Oh, like one of those skateboards.
A ukulele.
That, again,
A
pissed.
box full of hair extensions.
Ugh.
N64.
Oh no!
Bulletproof vest. Now,
How are people so forgetful?
well, this one I can't quite get my head around. A flat screen TV.
no. How are you going to forget that? No,
reckon
that's
somebody-
just
do you
an
reckon somebody,
Uber driver driving off.
Like bought that and left it in there.
Maybe.
Oh, you know it's too heavy to get out of the fucking Uber.
You know what, mate? You keep it.
This is your tip. A black collapsible wagon.
What?
Don't know what that means. A black collapsible wagon.
Like,
No idea. That's all I have. The next one, again, I question like why this was left and why someone had it.
Yeah.
And if they even exist. A jetpack.
nah.
Now I googled this, just specific one, see if I could find more on it, and I couldn't. But I did find a lot of other articles saying jetpack left in Uber.
Okay, so it's like
No photos, couldn't find anything more on it, but I did find a few more articles that pop up with it.
That's interesting.
Jamaican slippers.
What made them Jamaican?
That's a good band name.
Jamaican
If you were
slippers.
Jamaican.
Yeah.
If you slipped over a lot. A French bulldog statue.
Jamaican me slip.
Butcher knife.
Fucking hell.
This one says my brother.
How old was he?
Nuggets and large fries, of course.
Oh, mate. No, that's gonna cause some heartbreak.
Orange air mattress.
Inflated?
College diploma.
Oh.
A red cape.
Superman's had a bad night.
A slice of pizza.
Just on its own, no
Just
box.
A slice of pizza. It says doesn't give me any more information than that.
If you were an Uber driver and someone left a slice of pizza in the back of your car, you eating it?
It depends how it looked.
It
If it depends where it's
depends
found.
Depends on the toppings.
Was it face down on the carpet floor?
no.
Then no. I don't want to.
No, yeah, that's not necessary.
In that case, I do not care, sir. Bid you good day.
If it was on the seat but face up.
And the last one I'm going to say, a tuxedo.
An entire tuxedo.
Just says tuxedo, so I guess so.
What did they get out of the car wearing?
No, well, maybe they fucking Supermaned it. I need to fucking change quickly. I'll get into this fucking Uber and fucking quickly transform.
But then he forgot his cape and the other Uber on the way back. And he's like, it's not my night.
I left my Uber in my Uber. I am an Uber.
I left my Uber driver.
I left my phone so he can give himself a good rating. That's my tip, sir.
I rate you.
I mean, like they
I'll reach you in a second.
must find so much shit. So many drunk people
So
must
much
get in
shit.
there with. Imagine that. I'd like to see a list of things they've stopped people getting in with, like
Yeah.
traffic cones,
Traffic
or fucking
cones, like
anything other construction based.
Yeah.
A
Food.
child they found.
I'm surprised they let people in with food.
Maybe they do, maybe they don't. Like, depends on the cabbie, I guess. Especially an Uber. Maybe it's up to them. Like, oh no, fucking you stink. Get the fuck out of
Yeah.
here.
Is it halal? Well, no.
Oh, well, then you're not getting in it.
Then you're not getting in it.
Hello to you, sir.
My name is not Al.
Hello, my name is not Al. I reckon we should go into a bit of agony antage.
Let's have a go at that.
You didn't ask for it, but here's our advice
Anyway.
Excuse me, can I ask you a question? I don't want your advice. I don't want it. I don't need to listen to you talk to me. I don't want your advice. I just think you should marry the dog and be happy. I don't need to know what you have to say.
Disclaimer, do not take our advice. If you do, we'll not be held accountable for inedible heartbreak. Thank you. Joe, I believe you have an agony aunt for us.
I am on providing the details this week.
Excellent.
It's a nice little story.
Gather around.
Yeah. My ex-husband wants to take our 21-year-old son to Amsterdam for his first sexual experience.
He's going to fuck his son?
I guess so. He's going to chuck him in a canal and bum him one. I don't know. I think this is the most disgusting idea my ex has ever come up with.
Oh, they're separated.
And that's saying something. I admit the boy is shy and hasn't kissed a girl.
How old? Did you say how old? How old is 21?
21.
Right.
I agree he has a very small number of friends who are as socially awkward as he is, but a paid prostitute? Really? My ex and I were married at 19 and I was a mother of 2 by the time I was 21. Busy. Don't hang around, do they?
Good work.
Not back in the day.
Yeah.
I know my ex, who is married to a wife number 3 and has 6 kids in total.
Nice.
Little dig there.
Yeah,
Just a
yeah.
little dig.
Yeah.
Believes that I've protected and mollycoddled. What?
Wow, okay.
Is that a phrase?
That sounds like sexual.
Mollycoddled.
Sounds sexual to me.
Yeah. That sounds racist to me. It sounds like an old... It sounds like an old, like, timey expression. I've protected and mollycoddled our son, but I don't accept any blame for the fact that he's still a virgin.
Maybe
Well,
you
you
should.
could have done something about it, couldn't you?
Yeah.
Maybe you should. No, we're past. It's been a long time since we've been enthusiastic about incest. What's the rush? What's so wrong with waiting until the right girl comes along? My ex argues that the right girl might never come along. His brother never married and has never been with a woman.
What?
Or a man, as far as anyone can tell.
Whose brother? The 21-year-old's brother or her
guess so.
husband's brother?
No.
Ex-husband's brother.
No, my ex argues that the right girl never come. His brother. Oh, maybe then. Yeah.
Wow.
His brother. My ex doesn't get on with his brother, and he's determined that our son isn't going to end up the same way. He thinks that his first sexual experience with a professional, mature woman, then he'll be good to go. I
mean,
I don't know why. I really don't know why they've put that picture in
old
there.
woman
It's just an
with
old
binoculars.
woman with binoculars
That's
peering
weird.
out the window.
It's a weird choice. So I remember seeing a
I'm
documentary.
not done.
Oh, sorry, I thought you finished.
Nope. He reckons he knows a classy place away from the main red light district where bespoke packages are offered to anyone willing to pay. He rants that it's unhealthy for a young man not to have regular sex, but just because he is sex mad doesn't mean everyone else is, does it? I've spoken to my son, who adores his dad and does anything he would to get his approval, and he says he's happy to go with the flow if it'll please his dad and keep the peace.
He wants to have sex. Of course he does.
Of course he wants to
You
bang.
put the idea in his head. Let him do it now. You can't not let him do it now. If he wants to do it and you've said this to him, you can't not let him do it.
Have you ever heard of anything so inappropriate or crass?
Oh, Jesus. Crass. Get the fuck out of here. So, as I was saying before, I remember seeing a documentary, maybe a show. It was about
Prostitutes.
It was about a brothel.
Is it on HBO?
And no, it was years ago I saw it. Might have been.
Like on the outskirts of Vegas? 'Cause
And
I think
there
I've seen
was-
it. The Bunny Ranch?
No, I can't remember the name or anything. But there was a woman who brought her son in,
Yeah.
and he was a weird guy. And she basically was like, it sounded like it was her fault than the mum. Because she's like, oh, we go have a drink some time, and he's too shy to talk to girls. I'm like, why didn't you go talk to that girl? And he's too shy. And I'm like, why are you taking your son out on the pool?
Yeah.
And she's like, I've decided he needs to lose virginity for confidence. so I'm bringing him here.
You know what? You know what is the complete opposite of building your confidence? Losing your virginity.
Yeah, so it's true. So she takes him to this brothel, and like she sat in the room. They don't have sex with her in the room, but they're sat in the room with the woman, and the woman's just like, "Oh,
Both of you?
I'm so glad Mum's here to meet me." She's like, "I just wanted to meet the woman that'll take my son's virginity."
Jesus
And she's like, "I'm so
Christ.
glad to meet you," and the mum leaves the room. And afterwards, it cuts to the mum and the son both talking in the camera.
Yeah.
And the interviewer is like, "So, how was it? What can you tell us about it? What did you do when your mum left the room?" And he's like, "I don't quite know how to say it." And he looks at his mum, and she's like, "We'll just say it." And he's like, "Well, how else do I say eat her pussy?" And the mum bursts out laughing, like, "I think you just said it, son." Like, and I'm like,
What the
"What?"
fuck?
And then afterwards, she's like, "Oh, he was so much more confident afterwards. We went to this bar and he was chatting to women. It was so good to see." And why are you with him for all
Yeah,
this?
why are you with him with it?
Why? I think it's your fault he's in this situation.
Damn.
Like, why are you going out with him all the time to bars?
But
to get
now, because that's happened, is he going to be unable to go out without his mum?
I don't know.
I feel like he's confident because his mum's there.
I reckon.
In that situation, not in regards to
No,
this.
I think in regards to this, like some people are like, "Oh no, bro, he's 21." I reckon maybe if he wants, of course he wants to have sex. Of
course he does.
And if he's like, "I'm happy to go with the flow," and keep the peace. If he didn't want to do it, he'd be like, "No, mum, don't make me go."
Yeah, yeah.
This translates as, "I want to have sex," and I reckon afterwards he'll
It's like,
go,
if this is how I'm going to get it, then yeah,
and you just
sure.
imagine after he's had it, imagine that beer he's going to have with his dad afterwards.
Yeah.
Like,
It's going to be the old rub of the show. Like, "I'm proud of you,
yeah,
boy."
it's going to be a whole different thing. Like,
Yeah. Now let's go
I
back tomorrow
reckon-
and do her together.
Now, I might get slammed for this. I reckon the mum's just a bit upset that she won't be involved. Not saying she wants to have sex with him, but this is something she just cannot be involved in.
But I think in that sense, because obviously parents aren't involved in you losing your virginity,
They shouldn't
but
be,
it's
really.
the fact that the ex-husband, his dad, is involved,
Yeah. Well, that's what I mean.
and
Yeah.
she can't be. No, you're absolutely right. Maybe she sees that as him building like a
He's
stronger.
21.
He's building a stronger relationship with his father.
Yeah. He's 21. My mum always said to me when I was growing up, when you're 18, you can do whatever you like.
Yeah.
I can't stop you. You're 18.
Yeah.
Until then, you're not dyeing your hair. You're not getting pierced. You're not getting
Yeah,
tattooed.
yeah.
Blah blah blah. As soon as I was 18, I had blue hair tattoos and piercings. well, like you're not, which is fair enough. That's kind of the rule I apply. Like, so in this situation, like he's 21, you can't.
Yeah, you really can't stop him.
All you're doing is just having a bit of a moan.
Yeah.
You've just written to us all seeing guys / other agony aunts are available. You've written to this agony aunt as if you're nattering to your best friend over a
Yeah,
cup
exactly.
of coffee.
Over the washing line whilst you're putting
Can you
your
believe
drawers
it?
out.
And I'm sure your friends do think it's disgusting because they probably have, and I mean this nicest way, normal kids who have fucking
Yeah.
got there and done it. Don't need.
Well,
their
there's
parents.
the unfortunate sort of like
I don't mean normal. That's something.
no, but it's the unfortunate thing of like sex workers are considered like a bad sort of thing. It's like they're just trying to make a living. They probably don't want to do it as much as we don't.
The thought of me going to a prostitute makes me very anxious and blah 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 blah. Imagine doing that first.
The thought of me getting a lap dance fills me with anxiety.
I did a stag and I was very uncomfortable.
Mate, I can't control my penis. Like I
was so
got
uncomfortable that wasn't even an issue. I was
I
just
have
like,
got no control over
I
it.
was more uncomfortable about how I was supposed to react to like going, ooh.
It's like,
I didn't really know what to do.
Well,
What
that's a
facial-
lovely garment you're wearing.
I didn't know what facial expressions
I
to
feel
make.
like if I went to a lap dance, I'd turn into Alan Partridge.
After the lap dance, she was like,
See ya.
if you want to pay a bit more, you can go upstairs where the no touching rule doesn't apply. And they were really pushing us to do that.
Yeah.
But luckily, we'd always spent our money in
It's like,
5
you know
minutes.
what? I don't want to finger.
We'd have spent our money in 5 minutes of being there. So I was kind of like, well, now what do? We need to leave before we spend more money. I think we literally were in there like
It
10.
makes me the idea of getting a lap dance fills me with dread.
Yeah, it was
Like it
uncomfortable.
really. I've not like. I mean, I've been. When the Peel had the strip club, I went there a couple of times. But like, the idea of going to like. A spearmint rhino or like a full blown fucking blade.
So what would
I don't like talking to girls the majority of the time,
Yeah.
and unless it's as friends.
Yeah. No obligations.
Yeah. I want to be able to talk about like the fart I did the other day.
You can still do that.
Yeah.
I'm sure
But-
that she would love that, the stripper.
But the idea of just someone being sat in my lap and gyrating on me for my pleasure.
The lap dance I had, there wasn't too much of that. She's like, she asked us to pay a bit more, and she's like, well, we'll les out with this girl. And I was like, okay. And we all put our money in because it was a stag.
Yeah.
And I was the best man, so we all sat there while it was going on. And I was kind of like, we just sit on our hands. I started really popping my hands. And I was just like,
Yeah. I'm breaking.
I really know what to do and how to act.
Nah, I don't. It makes me feel. Just the idea just makes me feel so fucking awkward.
Well, I know loads of people that fucking love fucking shit.
I know, it's mental, isn't it?
I think if you go in there a bit confident, not dick, but you go in there confident, and just be like chatting to them, laughing and joking with them, you probably will have a good fucking time.
I think if I went to, it's like I remember like Gaz from Open All Powers. I remember him talking about a particular time we went to a strip club. He ended up being like instead of getting a lap dance, ended up just talking to her all night. It was like, we're gonna go for coffee. Like I swear I've heard that story. I swear to God I've heard that story. But
Oh,
I'd be more inclined. I was just like, look, I'm really enjoying this conversation. Can you put some clothes on? It's really distracting.
in a rare twist of this agony aunt, I'm kind of for it.
What, this guy?
I'm kind of like, let him make his own decision. Let him go with his dad. If that's
I
what he
feel
wants to
like-
do, let him go. He's
know
21,
what?
and I think, you know what? Good on the dad.
No, and that's fair enough. But what I don't think he needs is his hand fucking held.
No, and that is going to be an aspect of it, and it'll be an embarrassing story for when he tells someone how he lost his virginity. Maybe not his mates. That'd be quite a good story. But when you meet a girl and you tell them, they're going to be like, "Oh, that's weird."
Yeah.
Maybe. But
I don't know.
reckon,
Do you want the conversation to come up and just like, what was your first time like? It was at the prostitute in Amsterdam.
Yeah, which is not an uncommon answer.
I guess.
Like, I reckon he should fucking. I reckon if he gets there and doesn't go through with it, and as long as his dad doesn't make a thing out of it, it'll be okay.
I mean he. Ooh.
What?
I was on the particular website I was on that provided this agony aunt just came up with a breaking news: huge fire erupts in London Tower Block.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like we time travelled.
Damn.
To be fair, I see that headline a lot more nowadays. I think
true.
as soon as there's a fire,
It's in a tower block.
they're just on it, man. They have to be now.
They
It's
fucking
it's
got to
the
be.
fucking thing.
Absolutely right. They want to be like. They don't want to be the cause of death again, do
On
they?
a little sidestep in regards to that, obviously me literally trying to buy somewhere to live, and there's a lot of new builds in towers, and there's a lot of new builds, and I look at them and I'm like, they look nice, but I'm like, I don't want to live because of pretty much Grenfell, and because our friend works in a tower, and I hear the shit that goes on in there, it just makes me nervous. Like,
Yeah, absolutely, man.
if I was on the ground floor, maybe, but not. I've always, even as a kid, I've always thought, imagine if there was a fire and you're in those
Not like
big
20
fucking ones.
floors up,
When you
like-
pull in through Clapham, you can see those huge fucking tower blocks over there, and they're fucking huge.
Yeah,
and it's like,
enormous,
fuck,
man.
Imagine being in the middle of that.
20, 30 odd floors.
Yeah,
Like,
scares me. It does make me uncomfortable.
yeah, you should be able to fucking go home and not fucking have to lose sleep over the fact that you could wake up to your house being full of smoke out of something that is completely out of your control.
Yeah. Anyway, I say that fucking wraps shit up.
That's been
We
great.
said we kind of agree with the guy. Just don't be handheld. Fucking.
I think
jog on.
just fucking if you want to do it. If it doesn't
That was-
feel right, don't do it.
That was one of the first times from Agony Aunt where I've not kind of really been outraged or angry, but but a very interesting topic I feel was good to debate.
I feel like we should contact the
I feel
original
we-
Agony aunt and ask for their details,
Yeah.
and we should take him to
Yeah,
Amsterdam.
I feel
this
we-
is getting fucked up high. Like,
Is the Agony Aunt's response there by any chance?
yes, it says your son needs to hear that he is not obliged to fall in with his dad's plans.
So
he
fuck
is
off then.
he is his own person.
That's pretty much what we've said.
And his body is his business. I get the impression that your ex-husband is a force of nature. He's dominating.
What? Oh, now she's fucked up.
Dominating, brash, and full of big ideas.
I don't like this Agony Aunt anymore. The original answer, the first bit you've read, I was like, it's kind of what we've said.
She's attacked him a little bit at the end there. Yeah,
Fuck off. We are ending on music again.
Yeah, we
this
are.
time. We have some music to end on. This was sent to us by Davian Dent.
Oh,
Strange
Stranger
Times.
Times.
Strange Times.
Strange
We love
Times.
fucking Davian Dent. He fucking.
Thank you for your continued listening, Davian.
Oh man, we love you. He is big on his fucking music. And I thought the music he was going to send me from his band 11th Hour, but no, he sent me a different song.
Oh.
So he's been doing a lot of remixes, and he does. He sent me a fucking playlist on SoundCloud of remixes, and they were fucking cool. I fucking went through a lot of them. I literally put it on after he sent them while I was working. I didn't reply to the message, Devin, but I did listen. It was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
But this song, for me especially, because it's got a bit of a fucking 80s synth gunship feel to it.
That's cool.
And we all know that I keep sucking gunship's fucking dick.
Gunship's gun dick.
Their new fucking song is fucking amazing.
You know what? I was at the Earthtide gig on Saturday, and I both Steve and Randy had sort of mentioned about Gunship to me.
The fucking new song is the video is like an anime of like Buffy, Blade, and George Clooney's character from Dusk Till Dawn fighting Kiefer Sutherland's vampire from Lost Boys.
That's so
and it
weird.
has like Lost Boys in it. It's a big vampire themed anime, and then it cuts to them rocking out at the end with blood spraying all over them.
Yeah.
They've got a guy from Lost Boys playing the fucking saxophone in it.
Oh,
and it's
yeah.
so fucking good. It's an incredible fucking song.
But that's not the song we're going to play.
And it makes me very wet. But and I have to say, I've listened. I love Gunship has quickly become one of my favorite fucking bands. That last album has definitely become one of my favorite albums of all time. But I'm not really into synth at the same time. Like, no, I don't listen. Anyway, I like Gunship. You're like these guys, and I never do. And people really pull it on me. Oh, if you love Gunship, you will love this band. Blah blah. Blah. And I've just never been into any other like synth style music. It's weird. I'm just not. I just kind of Gunship seems to fucking hit it for me. But then hearing Davian's song, which had that sort of 80s synth sort of feel to it.
Oh, massively, yeah.
It could easily be the opening. I can imagine like a film being made, opening with like shots of like New York at night, maybe 2, 3 in the morning, and this being quite a nice, cool
Or like
song
some,
to
like,
go over
Akira
it.
background.
Yeah. This being quite a cool song to go over it. Now, when I first heard it, I listened to it and I was like, because Devin was like, no, listen to it first. And I did. And I was like, it's really fucking cool. I like the vocals, the synth. Turned out he's singing on it. I didn't realise it was him. I didn't realise it was him singing. Liked it so much, I listened to it again. And in my head, I'm like, it's 5 minutes long. This morning, I gave it another listen. And I looked, and it was like 9.5 minutes. And I was like, has it grown? Like, I swear it wasn't this. I've listened to this twice in a row, and I swear it wasn't 20 minutes.
The music is evolving.
The music is evolving. The tune is called Second Sight by Bitter Sound Foundation. The website is of the same name, www.bittersoundfoundation.com. And on there's links to all the social media, a lot of production-based songs and remixes. If you listen to this podcast, you probably are more likely aware of Davian Dent. Go over and listen to fucking Strange Times.
Absolutely.
And fucking any other endeavours.
If you thought we were bad.
He's fucking... one day, Davian, I know, we're like, oh, be on the podcast one day. It'll happen.
That day will come.
It will happen. Fucking... we literally just get time and throw these together and sit down and like, podcast!
Yeah.
We'll make a plan. Fuck. I have been Greg. My tooth is out of my gum, Armstrong.
And I've been Joe. I've got fuck teeth, but that pizza is smelling delicious.
Eat me.
Jackson.
Maybe the professor's not bent.
Camp Freddy, everybody in the world is bent.
The All Seeing Guys podcast is part of Podnose, the UK's leading independent entertainment podcasting network. For episode archives of the All Seeing Guys and all of the shows on the network, visit us at www.podnose.com. You can also follow us on Twitter via @podnose or send us an email via admin@podnose.com.